Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam
wabarakatuh.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
We are from group 3. We're gonna present about career choice in Hong Kong from bilingualism to trilingualisms based on the journal by Judy Won Yeho 2008. Next slide. And this is our team. Maisa Gania Azwa, Ani Fufauzia, Lila Suci Nur Febriani, and Timothy Gary Pontoh. Next. At the first introductions, the study explores how Hong Kong students choose between Cantonese, English, and Putonghua in daily life after 1997. Hong Kong shifted from bilingualism to trilingualism. Career choice reflects identity, social context, and since there's in the research. Okay, next materi. Gary.
Participants in 52 tertiary students in Hong Kong, mostly English majors. The data collection we use is language theories covering 2 days, audio recording around 51 hours from 11 students, focus group interviews and short essays, analysis, quantitative frequency, G-square test, and qualitative student reflection. The finding A. Good choice patterns, mainly Cantonese plus English 48%, pure Cantonese 24%, pure English is 10%, English plus Cantonese or 6%, and Putonghua and others are very minimal use.
The B part of the result is based on the data, students in Hong Kong choose different codes depending on who they are talking to and the situation. When they use a mix of Cantonese and English, it's usually in social or informal settings, like when they are hanging out with friends or talking with fellow educate peers. This kind of code switching show closeness and share identity. On the other hand, pure Cantonese is mostly used with older family members or people who may not be as fluent in English. This reflects respect and familiar within the family or traditional settings. Pure English is mostly used in formal or academic contexts, like during presentation, lectures, or writing assignment. It has a more professional function in their daily life. Meanwhile, Putonghua is rarely used. Students usually speak it only when they are talking with mainland Chinese people or when it's needed in work-related situation. So overall, their language choice depends a lot on context, not on language loyalty. Next slide. Discussion. Now, for the discussion, the study found that code choice is more complex and flexible than what was observed in earlier studies. Students no longer stick to just one or two clear patterns. They mix language in more creative and situational ways. One big point is that Putonghua is still limited in use. It's not strongly linked to identity like Cantonese or English. Instead, it's more of a pragmatic tool. They use it when it's necessary for work, tourists, or talking to mainland Chinese, not because they feel attacked to it. Interesting, the Cantonese English mix has become a group identity marker among educated young people, especially university students. This blind helps signal social belonging and share cultural background. Finally, we can say that language choice in Hong Kong is mainly driven by practical reasons like the setting, the topic of conversation, and who they're speaking to. It's not about choosing one language because it has higher status or because they are loyal to it. It's because it's about communicating effectively and appro- appropriately in each situation. Next.
In conclusion, this study show that Hong Kong students prepare Cantonese English mix in social setting and use pure English in academic context, while Putonghua remains unders. Code choice is driven by practically and context rather than identity or policy. Promoting balanced trilingualism requires stronger policy support and exposure to diverse language users. Based on the finding, we can conclude that Hong Kong students tend to use a mix of Cantonese and English in informal or social situations, while they prefer pure English in academic context. Interestingly, Putonghua is still under us despite being a national language. This suggests that code choice is more influenced by practicality and situational context rather than identity or language policy. To support balanced trilingualism in Hong Kong, there need to be stronger policy support and more opportunities for students to interact with diverse language users. In other words, promoting trilingualism is not just about encouraging language use, but also about creating the right environment for it to thrive. That concludes our presentation. Thank you for your time and attention.